Hey, it's October 7th, and you're listening to the Three Nerds in a Basement podcast. I'm Vince.
I'm Blaven.
Anthony.
And
Peter.
Welcome to the show, Peter. Sorry for that delay. We didn't know what was going on there. On this week, we're doing the movie review Rush. Right?
Yep.
Talking about some new movie trailers and even attending some indie art house festivals.
Shut up.
But first, let us welcome guest Peter to the show. Hello, Peter.
Hello.
As you can see, he's British, so if it's, we'll add a little
You can
bit.
hit him if you want.
Yeah,
It's
you can
cool.
just,
You
we're
can
going to
put
add
it
some
on
transcripts for you to,
fine.
if you don't understand how he talks,
Okay.
Yeah, I need to write it all out.
All right, and just to get you acquainted with our audience, I'm going to ask you the exact same questions I asked last week's guest. So, are you ready? Number one is a two-parter. Who are you and why are you here?
Okay, my name's Peter, and I'm here because I married a Canadian who's now studying at McMaster, so that is why we're here.
Oh, wow, you have a legitimate answer.
Damn, high five, good stuff.
Okay, number two, who's your favorite rider?
Oh, I heard this question last week, and I was like, what the hell? So I'm gonna say, because I don't know any, and I guess it's been in my mind for a week. Was it Kamen Rider?
Yeah, okay.
Go with that.
Your favorite rider?
It's like saying, what's your favorite Power Ranger? The Power Rangers.
Yeah. That is what I'd say for the Power Rangers. And what's wrong with that? They're all equally good in their own way.
Okay.
That's a good one.
Technically, if he's just
He's
like that,
the same. Yeah,
he could just, it's a first.
First one, yeah.
Let you go.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, the first one.
Wow. Pulling from the Showa era, okay. Who's your favorite robot?
Favorite robot? Not technically a robot, I guess, but Osimo. Was that it on South Park?
Oh.
When Cartman dressed up?
Okay.
That would be pretty good.
That's a legitimate answer.
Yeah.
Damon or Stefan?
Oh, God. Who are these guys?
It's from Vampire Diaries.
That British show.
Yeah.
Oh, that one. Let's go with...
The long-running British
The
show.
one on BBC Two.
I'll go with Damon, just alphabetically.
Hey, good for you.
Yeah, all right.
Okay, who'd you sleep with? Chris Evans, Ryan Gosling, or Ryan Reynolds?
Tricky. All right. Just to move it along. Evans.
Oh, win!
Yeah.
Okay, and finally, pick two celebrity women that you could combine to make your ideal woman.
Oh my God.
So many choices.
Oh. Let's see now. Really don't have much answer here, so I'll just confuse everyone.
Oh.
Let's see. We'll take Miley Cyrus
Oh!
and the Queen.
Like the Queen?
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
now or before?
Not now.
Oh, current. Oh.
Okay. Just to add a bit of class.
Wow.
Jeez.
So it's a non-twerking Miley Cyrus.
Yeah, exactly.
Evens are out.
Okay. Well, those are legitimate answers.
Yeah.
Applaud your creativity, and that is Peter. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So let's move along into the review. This week we saw the movie Rush. It is a Formula One film by director Ron Howard based on the 1976 Formula One season, or the battle between Niki Lauda and James Hunt. Stars Chris Hemsworth, some German dude, and Olivia Wilde.
Oh yeah, she was in that movie.
She was.
And it's sort of like a loose retelling of the real life story.
It wasn't that sensationalized?
Yeah, it was.
Okay, there you go.
What do you mean by that?
Like, it wasn't that fantastic?
It was surprisingly a lot less fantastic than I thought it would be.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, Peter, I don't know. You didn't see this movie, right?
No.
So do you want to give me your thoughts on it?
Yeah, good movie.
Good.
Yeah,
That's-
it looks good. But I mean, from what I've seen stuff around it,
Mm.
and I've seen later stuff. Like I don't know if you've seen the Senna documentary.
I saw that
things
last
like that.
year. Yep.
Just when it's from a time when it was proper racing, like
Oh.
less technology, less on who's got the best team, the best technicians and stuff, and it was far more sort of almost like character driven, I guess.
It was back with Mansell and all that.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that was it. Even though you were asking me today if I was alive for
Yeah,
this.
you're like 50, right?
Jeez,
It's like-
not that old.
What a dick.
Oh man. Yeah. Okay.
Would you go see it?
I would go see it. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely, I would.
All right. Well, Blaven, what are your thoughts on this movie?
I love this movie.
Okay.
I actually did. I was at the theater and I was on the edge of my seat. I don't know what it is, but you know me in sports movies, and I love rivalries. I love one rival pushing the other rival to be better
Mm-hmm.
and everything. And I love the two archetypes that these two people are. One is the playboy genius,
Mm-hmm.
and the other one who's the proper genius but really stuck up.
Mm-hmm.
And in the end, they learn something from each other. Like, And I really
A
like
born critic, everyone.
No, but I also liked how they did the you know, whenever they introduced the race, they had that cool little animation or whatever.
Mhm.
For different, I like that kind of stuff, and I don't know, it just the whole premise of the movie. It reminded me of how I felt when I watched Rocky, somebody
Mhm.
overcoming
Yeah.
adversity and whatever. And I felt like that was really true with Niki and his injury, the burns and stuff.
Mm.
So, I really, really enjoyed this movie. I actually enjoyed it a lot more than I ever thought I would, and actually, it's in the running for movie of the year.
Really?
Yes.
What about it specifically makes it that good for you?
I think it's just the theme of overcoming like adversity and like the triumph of the human spirit. I love that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like, my favorite thing.
Okay.
So I just love watching that kind of stuff.
All right. Cool.
And also, I like how it was narrated from the point of Niki instead of James. I think it had a bit like a.
You think
more,
so?
Yeah, I think it had a more insightful commentary in a way. I don't know. It felt really interesting that he was the one that was commentating on it because he had such a like a pessimistic point of view on like a lot of things.
Mhm.
I don't know. I can't really explain it, but I really liked that it was narrated from his point of view.
I thought it was narrated from both their points of view.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, James Hunt never really actually talked like narrated, right?
Yeah, he did.
Did he?
Yeah, I thought it was pretty even. It was just the intro and the ending was all Niki.
Oh, okay. All
Yeah.
right. He did? He did say.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I can't remember. No, I actually
Move
can't.
in
'Cause-
the air.
no, I can't actually remember the voiceovers being. Maybe you're right. Maybe it's because the beginning and the end was Niki, but I don't remember the voiceovers being.
Actually, the beginning was James Hunt. He's even in the trailer where he's like the whole speech about death and why women are so attracted to
Okay.
drivers.
See, that's how attracted I was to the character of Niki Lauda. I actually like Niki Lauda more than James Hunt,
Okay.
even though I want to be the James Hunt of Magic the Gathering.
Oh, great.
Set those dreams high, Blaven. Set them high.
Great.
Yeah.
Anthony, what did you think about Rush?
I actually got to mirror a lot of what Blaven said. And
It's movie of the year for you.
no, not that part. But I like the whole thing of it's pretty much just anime tropes, but like it's shown in anime tropes, but in a racing movie. It was two guys who are rivals, and like it looks like they hate each other on the surface, but really because they're men, they learn off each other, and it pushes them to new heights that no
Mhm.
one can touch,
Mhm.
and like stuff like that. And I did really like that story. It was cool how it went from the whole bravado manliness of racing, and then the really I guess the heartfelt part where it went through Lauda's recovery
Mhm.
after the burn.
Yeah.
And like even in there, that was surprising. Like I don't really ever cringe at movies or like kind of gross stuff, but like during some of the scenes in that recovery process, it was hard to watch. Like not because what on screen was kind of gross, but it was like I was so attached to this character, and that the pain he was going through made me feel really bad and stuff like that. But like there were no weak roles in this character. Like there was no actor or actress specifically that I could point out as being like she just kind of was off her game. Everybody did like such a fantastic job, and even when they did the races, like a lot of it was obviously CG. Like it wasn't the best CG on those cars, and like on the track and stuff. But it was like the whole movie was still really, really, really good, and I was never bored. It was fantastic the whole way through.
Yeah, that's great to hear. I like this movie as well. I will say I was really surprised about what I thought about it going in, just because from all the marketing, it looks like it is a Chris Hemsworth movie. Does it not?
Yeah.
Right, and it looks like it's going to. And when I heard about having a very, very low budget, I thought, oh, how are they going to do all the races if there's no money behind this movie?
By not having races.
What?
By barely having races.
And that's what they did. They did
Yeah.
make it all about character interaction, and that's the strong point. It's basically Chris Hemsworth and that German dude who really made this movie. I thought it was fun to watch. It's a really good story. I was involved. I was invested. Of course, I know a little bit more about the real life story, so there are things that are just like a little. Maybe that's why I'm a bit more invested in the story here, just because I know what happens afterwards and such.
Right.
So, but I think it's a solid movie from start to finish. At first, I thought it was moving really fast, like they just blow through everything.
They did, because at one point Niki Lauda just won.
Yeah,
Like world champion. Whee!
Yeah,
It was like 5
They skipped
seconds.
the whole year, yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, because I thought that they were just going to focus on 1976, but no, they start from all the way down in Formula 3. They go to 2, then to 1, and yeah, they go through. I was even surprised to see that they used that James Hunt's Lord Hesketh involvement was so prominent in this film.
Lord Hesketh?
Yeah,
That guy he was with?
the fat dude.
Yeah.
who has all the money.
Oh, is he just
He's just a rich lord.
Is that it?
Yeah, and he's equally in the same mindset as James. He just wanted to party and have a good time.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, but he just ran out of money.
Yeah. Sounds like it.
So, yeah, but no, I really liked it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can really say there's anything wrong with the movie. I do wish there was a bit more racing, because a lot of not that the racing in it was bad. It's just everything was so up close and personal.
Right.
But you never get to see what.
No, there's a hair.
You never get to. Like in the camera never pulls out and you get to watch real racing. It's always in the cockpit stuff, and I get that. I guess Ron Howard wants you to feel what it's like to be a Formula One driver.
Yeah.
Those speeds that you have to deal with, and the, I guess the punishment your body takes because of that.
Yeah.
The other thing too is I really like to look at the cars in this era.
Yeah.
Like it's just giant rear wheels, engine sticking out of the back, and that's it.
I like the Goodyear Elf one with the four.
Oh yeah, that
Three
one
sets of
car had
wheels?
like four wheels in the
So
front.
it had six wheels total. Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
Oh.
Back then, Formula One didn't. Their rules
experimental?
weren't as established.
Right.
Right. It was still more of a you could do what you want.
Yeah. Nice.
Fastest man wins. Formula One didn't really pin down the rules until the 80s. So
Right.
yeah, but yeah, no, I thought it was a really great film. I agree. It's
Yeah.
in the running for film of the year.
Yeah.
I don't know. Pacific Rim might take it still.
No, I'm not lying. I actually did like this movie. Vince thought I was lying.
You always lie.
Yeah, but the thing that I thought was amazing was that James Hunt beat Niki Lauda by 1 point in real life too. This wasn't just a fabrication that they made to make it more suspenseful.
Yeah.
He actually did beat him by just 1 point.
Yeah.
I thought that was amazing.
Yeah. I actually don't know if it is 1 point in real life or if it's half a point. I can't remember.
Whatever. It's
Even
super
then,
close,
it's
yeah.
even better.
Yeah, it's super close, and I thought that was amazing.
I think my favorite thing is the epilogue where Niki calls him out and says, people are always going to say that the only reason you won is because I crashed and was out for half the year.
Right.
And then James has his little retort about
Yeah.
what it means to him and how it doesn't matter and it's about your drive to win. And
Yeah.
I thought that was fun. But yeah, good movie all around.
Yeah. I like the end where they showed scenes with the actual two guys.
Yeah.
Like the real James Hunt and the real Niki Lauda talking and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, and if you want to know, Niki's still in Formula One today.
Yeah. But James Hunt died, right, at 46?
Oh, yeah.
Young, right?
Yeah. Yep.
But the life expectancy of an F1 racer, is it that high anyway, or
It's regular.
regular?
Yeah.
They don't, it's not super dangerous to sport anymore?
No, it's really tame, and I think a lot of little tangent, but a lot of fans seem to think modern F1 is boring because of that. Because
There's no decapitation.
there's so much emphasis on safety now
Right.
that you don't really get that.
NASCAR, oh,
Yeah.
Well, NASCAR is super regulated too. Like
Yeah.
all your car specs are all the cars. They're exactly the same specs. Like there's no difference in between them.
Yeah.
So it's not like one car's faster than the other.
It's just your
So,
skill.
yeah. So they regulate everything in NASCAR.
Wow. Yeah. It's just your skill then.
Yeah, it's just pure driving skill.
But there you have it, Rush.
Yeah, man.
Do you guys want to rate it?
Yeah. 5. I'm super excited about it.
Wow.
Yeah, I really love this movie.
Oh.
I'd watch it again. I was gonna watch it again.
Go ahead.
I will.
Do it. I dare you.
Anthony?
I give it a 4.
All right. I go to 5.
Yeah, man.
There we go. So that's Rush. Before we move on, I know Peter wants to... what's the word I'm looking for?
Correct us.
Correct us, because we made an error on last week's show.
Dun.
He wants to correct us and then involve us in another little fun game. So go ahead, Peter.
Harsh. No, I was just listening to last week's show, obviously, and Chris Hemsworth came up then, and you guys were wondering if he's Australian, British, and he settled on British.
Sure. We
But
did?
That, sadly, is not the case.
Ah.
He'd be Australian.
He'd be Australian.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense.
So it got me thinking if there's other people that you assume to be like not British when they are, or the other way around,
Right.
whatever. So because I know that working with Blaven, we've been through this a couple of times on a few people, more than one time on some people.
What?
So why?
Yeah.
So we'll see. Just wanted to see if you picked up anything from that. So I don't know how.
To you?
I don't know if you guys want to just like say what you think. When
Yeah,
it
you say what we think, yeah.
rather than like make it all sort of.
Yeah,
Sure,
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
And then you
No
can just
one's
tell
gonna-
us at the
No
end.
one's going to keep score, and no one's
Yeah.
going to do anything. Okay, so let's start with. Well, we had Chris Hemsworth. Okay, so where to begin? So we did Hugh Laurie, House, Doctor House.
Hugh Laurie.
Yeah, man. He's totally Brit. That guy's Brit all day.
British.
I think he's... Hugh Laurie. He's got the last name of a truck. So. Yeah, he's British.
British, very British, in fact.
Yes.
Like I don't know if you guys seen Blackadder?
No.
We talked
it's-
about this.
yeah, we
the
talked about
British
this.
show.
Yeah.
He plays like throughout the years and the series of that. He is basically the most English person.
Oh.
Yeah. Incredibly, always sort of upper class English, incredible accent. So seeing him in House is just
Yeah.
Throws you off.
I heard he's also like a platinum selling artist, like music artist and stuff.
yeah, like jazz,
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah,
It's kind of nuts.
This
but again,
guy.
singing in an American
Yeah.
accent.
What?
Like, just
Wow.
nuts. So, go for Laurel and Hardy, classic comedians.
Laurel and Hardy?
I don't know if I've heard of this girl.
Not
no,
British.
Laurel and Hardy, like Stan Laurel, Oliver Hardy. You know, like the black and white comedians, fat guy, thin guy, the
Oh.
hats. If you haven't heard of them, then it makes it a bit trickier.
No, I haven't heard of them. Are you guys?
Nope. I'm going not British though.
I'm going... You said Laurel and Hardy?
Yeah, there's two guys,
I'm going British.
so it's
Not British.
not British. It's kind of a trick.
Why?
One's
One
one.
is British.
Oh.
Oh, this guy.
Classic sort of American black and white comedians from time like before sort of like sounds talking
Right,
and stuff. And then they were in like talking ones, but
Ah.
had that. So all right, so Homeland,
The show Homeland?
the
Yeah.
show Homeland, main guy Brody, Nicholas Brody.
Not British. Why would they cast him in a show called Homeland? If he's not American.
What is-
American!
If you
I
can
don't
put
know.
on a good accent like
Look-
Hugh Laurie style.
Look at Hollywood today. They're all British dudes.
Not British. Not British. No.
No, he's totally British.
America.
Not British.
Is it American?
He is totally British.
Damn it.
So he was in Band of Brothers as well.
Oh.
That Spielberg thing.
Oh.
Apparently turned up to the audition drunk, read the part, but had good accent, good training, and so yeah, plays that pretty well now.
Wow. Wow.
All right, so Walking Dead, Rick Grimes.
Oh man, totally British.
This
Has
is
to
easy.
be.
That's British.
Has to be Brit.
Walking
What
Dead.
did you think?
I was gonna say not British.
You're saying Love Actually.
Yeah, that's like my favorite movie. That's the only reason I
What?
know.
That's him?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, he's a little bit. He got a little more weight on him.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That's him before the zombies came.
Before he got
Right.
shaped to run away.
Okay, so sticking with Walking Dead, the governor.
Oh yeah.
Yo, that guy's American.
Yo, British all day.
Not British.
British
It's gotta be
born
not
raised.
British eventually.
British born and raised.
The governor played by David
Yeah,
Morrissey.
yeah, totally British.
British.
Oh,
Yeah,
fuck.
yeah, look at him.
But again, good accent,
Yeah.
for sure.
Oh, damn! In my head, I was.
Yeah, right?
No, in my head, I thought he had a British accent on the show, but I guess he doesn't, right?
I don't think
No.
so.
No, he does
You,
not.
you want to know what my conjecture on this was?
Hmm.
I just saw a picture of him, that's all. Once. Who's this guy stroking a zombie kid's hair?
Okay.
Seems cool.
Fair enough. Okay, so what's next? Let's go for True Blood.
Oh, yes.
The guy plays Jason Stackhouse.
Oh, no.
That guy's British.
No, that guy's Australian. He's Australian, I know it.
Australian?
Yeah.
Not British.
Australian's
He's
right.
Australian. Okay.
Good.
What the
So, sticking with True Blood,
Yeah.
for the final one, we'll make this the last one. Bill.
Oh, Bill. Bill Conklin.
Bill.
British. He has to be.
Yeah,
You
there's.
can't put on such a thick American accent.
No, I think he's overplaying his American. He's American.
What do you think?
Not British.
British.
Ah.
I should have known to disagree with the true British.
Although there's a chance that my sources are inaccurate, so if it's all wrong, we'll get all
Whatever.
corrected, but
If we have a guest next week, it'll be like, your last guess was wrong.
yeah, and just keep rolling
Keep rolling.
until you've covered everything and everyone's sorted out. So this is British in the sense of either born there or pretty much been there, but I'm pretty sure Bill
Bill's British.
Compton is
He
British.
Yeah.
Born
I've
and
heard it
raised.
too. I've heard of that too. I've heard that he's British. He's married to Anna Paquin, right?
In real life?
Yeah. He is. Yeah. Weird.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I couldn't
Sure,
give you
why
an
not?
answer to that one.
He married Rogue.
That wasn't on the quiz. I don't have the answer.
Yeah.
Bonus question, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know.
Picks?
Sure, let's move to your picks of the week. Anthony, you can open up this segment.
I'm going to start off this segment with our new overlords, the jellyfish. And so what happened is, in Sweden, they had to shut down one of their biggest nuclear reactors because just a gang of jellyfish got into their water filtration system and was threatening to break through the filters and stuff and get into the turbines. And I didn't know so the story goes.
What's the problem with that?
Yeah, with jellyfish.
You know-
Jellyfish electricity. Guys.
Guys, I don't get it. So
Wouldn't they get smushed?
Okay, so I'll go through the whole story. So
We
What?
solve our jellyfish problem.
yeah, so what happened is that over that weekend, a large number of moon jellyfish, or I'm not even going to pronounce the proper name, fuck that shit, plugged the water cooling intake pipes at the nuclear power plant on the Baltic Sea coast, leaving the operator no choice but to disconnect the facility's 1,400 megawatt Unit 3 from the grid.
Mm.
So what could have happened is that it could have just shorted out the reactor, and then you'd have
A meltdown? Yo, these jellyfish.
Yeah.
Like Chernobyl.
And so I thought this was crazy, and upon further research, it turns out this is actually a common problem with nuclear reactors.
Wait, by further research, do you mean just it's in the next
No,
part?
that too, and I was like, it's also in the next part, but I also went and did my own research. But yeah, I was like, that can't be happened. So another one that's in the article that is linked is was in 2011 of August in Florida. There was a massive fish kill, and it clogged their nuclear reactor with 5 tons of dead fish. 5 tons of dead fish.
What?
And so what the explanation is for this is that because of overfishing, these jellyfish don't have a lot of natural predators anymore.
Right.
So they just populate in large numbers.
Mm,
And since a lot of these reactors are near large bodies of water,
yeah.
these jellyfish are just like, whatever. and just go wherever they want, and then clog up nuclear reactors and like other types of things. And it's like a problem. It's like an actual problem, which is kind of crazy. I just thought it was a really interesting story, and just something I would have never expected. Period. That the end of us could be jellyfish.
I always suspected that.
That's crazy. So the jellyfish just don't know what they're rocking into?
Yeah, they're just, oh, this is cool.
Why wouldn't they just put a screen to prevent anything?
Well,
from going
they
on?
have a filter, but like it, what is it? I forget the explanation I read. It's like the filter gets rid of a lot of the
bigger stuff.
Yeah, the bigger stuff.
Oh,
but jellyfish, since they're like gelatinous and like mushy, they can go through certain ones of the filters.
Oh, interesting.
And like the water does get really hot in those cooling systems, like it boils, but jellyfish like don't
That's
boil.
weird.
So they can live in like scalding hot water. Like you can't boil jellyfish and eat it. Like,
Oh man, wish I had that power.
yeah. So they're just living in this cooling system.
For what purpose,
chilling out.
Vince?
I could take hot showers and become disinfected.
So you could put your hand and reach and get your hard-boiled eggs. No problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
You wouldn't have to worry about that.
You just stir your pasta with your hand in the pot.
Well, you guys can't do this?
That's insane.
But yeah,
That's
so yeah, that's my pick of the week.
Yo, jellies.
Jellyfish
I'm
overlords.
so jelly.
I welcome you.
Wow.
Jellyfish invasion.
I don't know. I throw my support in with the squids. So I don't know.
The giant
The
ones.
squids are really good
Yeah.
to get there.
Squids are real enemies. So watch out. All right, for my pick of the week, I'm bringing it back to movies. Do you guys know the Need for Speed video game?
Yes.
Yes.
So there's a movie.
Yeah.
The first trailer was revealed.
Yeah.
It stars Aaron Paul of Breaking Bad,
Okay.
the character of Jesse.
Okay.
I don't know what to think of this movie.
How many times did he say bitch in this
Yeah.
video?
Yo.
It's race, bitch!
The thing is, he opens it up. The trailer opens up, and he's like, and he uses the exact same Jesse Pinkman acting, and he's like, "This is for everyone who ever wronged me." And you're kind of like, is this an extension of like what happens after Breaking Bad?
So the timeline
Yeah.
of Breaking Bad is Malcolm in the Middle, Breaking Bad, and then Need for Speed.
I think it works. It looks great. Because the one thing, obviously they're going head-to-head with Fast and the Furious series.
Right.
But the one thing that the Need
They're
for
gonna
Speed series has is they have legitimately expensive and exotic cars.
Can they crash them?
Yes, which they can all blow up.
Ooh.
Oh.
You know, because if there's anything that the Fast and Furious series has always lingered on, it's like, we need our Japanese imports.
Yeah.
And we need to put giant stickers all over the windows and stuff.
Yeah.
But with Need for Speed, it's like, no, we want the most expensive cars and we want to blow them up, and that's what this movie looks to be. I mean, there's like 50 cars toppled over and on fire in this trailer, so I thought it was awesome. And it's Jesse Pinkman like, I'm gonna kill you, blah,
Bitch.
blah, blah. Let's race. So I think it looks cool. I can't wait to see it. I think it's this Christmas.
Yeah. It sounds like a Christmas
Fun
movie.
for the whole
Sounds like a
family.
Christmas movie. Hey, honey, what are you going to go see for Christmas? We could see, Santa Claus. Oh, no, I kind of want to see some guys race.
No, you gotta be like, Sonny, I got the need for speed.
This is kind of like in the same vein as Die Hard. It's like, yeah, that's a Christmas movie too, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
You just gotta race past some squares with Christmas trees in.
And then they're good. Then it's a Christmas movie.
That's a Christmas movie.
No, he's delivering presents.
It's all the weird boys and girls.
That's terrible.
There we go. But yeah, that's my pick. Blaven, what's yours?
So mine is also part of movies. Trailer got leaked for Godzilla 2014, and it shows just the movie is the trailer is just mostly your atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the voiceover is one of the people who worked on the Manhattan Project. He was talking about how he remembered some sort of scripture reading where one of the Indian gods said, "I am now
Vishnu.
Vishnu. I'm now death, the destroyer of the worlds," or
When he
something.
reveals all of his arms.
Yeah, and then it shows you broken buildings and a giant. Well, looks like you see this giant dead monster, and then after that, you hear Godzilla's roar.
Yeah.
And it's really cool. The new roar sounds awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I can't really explain it, but
But
the
can
last
you
part,
emulate it?
yeah, it goes like he does the low part at the end, right? You know what I mean? And it goes down.
So it's like part whale, part dinosaur.
No, because do you guys not remember how he actually was? He goes the loud way goes. Like he goes way down.
I don't remember the ending part of it.
Yeah, do you know what I'm talking about?
It's almost mechanical. It's
Yeah.
weird.
You know, it's like a backwards cello.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
but it's awesome. But they really pronounced the last part of this, and I liked it. So the last part of the trailer was cool because it's just dust, and then his hand, and then he's turning, and you see his spikes, and then he lets out his roar. And it's Godzilla 2014. Looks pretty cool. You don't actually get to see him. It's like a silhouette in the dust. But yeah, it looks pretty sick. So apparently the plot for this movie is Godzilla's going to stomp on bad monsters. And he's going to be bigger than all the other monsters. Like, they had a size comparison chart. He used to be 50 meters. Now he's 150 meters in this movie.
a lot
So
of
what
meters.
if his enemies just get bigger?
I don't know. Apparently the other trailer they showed at Comic-Con where they had the main character Kick-Ass or whatever, the guy from Kick-Ass, Aaron Johnson, who's married to like a 40-year-old and he's 20. But
Good for her.
What does that have to do with anything?
I have no idea. But anyway, so apparently they're at an airport. Some
judgmental
some,
over here.
some centipede thing is attacking the airport, and Godzilla's foot comes down, but it's huge compared to this little centipede thing, and Godzilla's just behind it, ready to kick its ass. So
Centipedes are pretty small.
no, it's a centipede monster. I said
It's still pretty small.
I'm still pretty
Yeah.
small, but yeah, no, I'm really excited. It hopes to be really good. I really hope it's good because apparently it's. Because, I mean, Godzilla's always been an anti-hero, but I think this one they're really casting him as the hero. Yeah. What was your favorite Godzilla movies?
Destroyer.
Yeah, you like the Mothra one because it's two little
Mothra.
chicks. What
Mothra.
about you, Peter?
Mothra.
Mothra was good. But what were you saying about
The
three-headed
three-headed
king?
Ghidorah?
Ghidorah,
I like the one where he killed it, and in the second one, they revived it and put a metal... They put the mechanical parts in the middle head, the one he chopped off, and there's a guy inside, like, piloting. that was a cool one, Mecha King Ghidorah.
What was yours again?
Mecha Godzilla.
Okay, I was gonna say I was surprised no one said mecha or space or.
Oh, Space was
Yeah.
cool,
Oh,
too.
space.
I
Was
can't
cool.
see Mecha
Space
Godzilla
one.
without it being Mecha Barbara Streisand.
This is South Park?
Yeah.
Or who else? Biolante. None of you guys like that one.
That one was cool,
I don't
too.
even know who that is.
He's the plant one. It's in space.
It's a girl plant. Yeah.
No clue.
He's like, wow. But I like the one from 2000.
He's like, wow.
I like the one from 2000. He had the
That one
shoulder,
definitely looks the coolest.
yeah, he had the shoulder cannon, and then basically Godzilla just let him eat him, and then he fired his atomic blast inside the guy's mouth. Yeah, the thing swallowed him, and then Godzilla's like, cool. Blew him up. I'm like, oh, okay. It's one way to win.
That's Godzilla for you.
I know, he's a cool guy.
Hmm.
I'd hang out
I
with
like him.
You hang out with
him.
Godzilla?
I'd hang out with Godzilla.
I don't know. I've always been more of a Reptar fan. I'm serious though. Like
In that movie, when they piloted Reptar, that was a really cool
they
costume.
were in Paris.
Yeah.
Too.
I like that
No
one.
joke.
Man, that's a classic.
Oh,
Forget Godzilla. Watch Rugrats. in Paris.
Reptar movie. Reptar attacks,
Yeah.
and only Tommy can save us.
With his screwdriver. God, I can't wait for that. Peter, what's your pick of the week?
My pick is, it's kind of a movie. It was a very short, sort of 3-part TV series back in 2010, I think, and I just saw that it come out on Netflix the other day, called The Trip, with Steve Coogan and Rob Brydon, who are two British comedians. Steve Coogan is the guy behind Alan Partridge, that I think is sort of superior to some things that have gotten way more exposure and stuff, especially over here, like The Office and things like that. And Rob Brydon's another comedian who's done a couple of things. He's done this show that's called Director's Commentary, that's basically him doing a sort of spoof director's commentary to just a sort of sitcom type thing, so it's slightly muted, him doing it in the background. But
Yeah.
this it's just it's kind of meant to be them playing themselves, but not quite, so it is scripted, but there's obviously a lot of like ad-libbing going on, and we saw a bit earlier sort of doing impressions, trying to impression each other, doing Michael Caine, things like that. So basic premise is Steve Coogan's character's got to go around and do restaurant reviews of a bunch of places north of England. Doesn't have his girlfriend, so brings Rob Brydon along, and they just don't get on.
That's quite the premise.
Yeah, quite the premise, but it works. It's nice, and it's just a good example of sort of like hidden British comedy, I guess, stuff that isn't sort of put out there with as much fanfare as other things. So
Yeah.
that's it.
Would I understand it if I watched it, or just too many cultural references?
No, you'd understand it.
Yeah.
It's just basically food, countryside, bit more food, and jokes about
Jokes.
not getting on and things like that. So yeah, it's nice, and the story itself it's well written, it's well done.
Yeah.
So all around it's pretty good.
And it's on Netflix now, right?
It is, yeah.
How long is it?
I can't remember because it was split over. When I watched it originally, it was in its sort of split parts, so it was
Right.
but I think it's approaching a couple of hours.
Awesome.
Anyway, so 2 hours longer. So.
I've recognized that guy as the Coolidge guy.
Steve Coogan.
Yeah. He was in Tropic Thunder, right?
He's been in a few movies now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in Around the World in 80 Days.
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
He was the guy with Jackie Chan.
That guy.
Yeah.
So he's better doing this sort of stuff, I think.
Yeah.
I think, but that's actually his character, and this is constantly complaining he doesn't want to do TV, he wants movies, he wants to be a big star.
Yeah.
So it's pretty funny.
But they play themselves?
Kind of like.
Did they even did their names themselves?
Yeah, their names.
Oh, okay.
It's them.
So they're the comical versions of themselves.
Yeah,
okay.
pretty much. So it's
cool.
sort of like skewed reality type thing. I guess.
I like that. I wonder what a sitcom about us would be like.
It'd be really boring.
I think it'd be terrible.
Why?
I don't think it'd be fun.
Okay.
It's just gotten so depressed. Oh god.
It lasts like 3 episodes and then get shut down.
We wouldn't get picked up for like full season. We would just get canceled.
What TV? What network would we be on?
I don't.
C-dubs?
No.
Public access.
Public access. Even public access won't
Doesn't
renew
want
us?
it.
I don't even think we'd be on a big network. We'd just be on cable somewhere.
HBO, bro.
No.
Yeah, man.
I don't know.
I'm sure we could just
We need more
strap, like,
boobs for HBO.
a GoPro to your shoulder and just follow you around for. Dude, that would be a good.
We'd be on YouTube, and then YouTube would cancel us.
YouTube would cancel
Yeah,
us.
they'd like ban our channel. Like, this is garbage.
Have to retry. Has been taken down due to it.
Oh, YouTube.
Oh, YouTube.
All right, cool. That's all our picks of the week.
Yeah.
Let's move on into what we've been doing. I'm going to open up this segment because I've been doing very little. So you guys know Battlefield 4?
No.
Yeah.
I've been totally playing that beta.
And?
It's complete garbage.
Why is it garbage?
Just like the Battlefield 3 beta.
But I heard that you can destroy buildings and shit.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Why?
Like-
Are you just salty that you get crushed all the time with fucking skyscrapers?
No.
Didn't even see that coming. It's just shadow and I'm dead.
No. No, have you guys seen like gameplay footage of this game?
No.
It looks like really good,
Okay.
right? But like on the PC,
Oh!
on PS4, on
Oh.
PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, this game is terrible.
Yeah.
You know what it is?
What?
It almost looks like they rendered the game, then they took out all the texture mapping on everything, put a layer of fog so you can't see ahead of you, and said go.
So it's Unreal Engine.
So it looks terrible because Battlefield's a game where you have like big maps and people have snipers. Like, it doesn't matter if you have a sniper rifle. You can't see that far.
It sounds like the worst.
No, this sounds like the best.
The lag is terrible. Like, people are just warping in and out of you. I don't know.
Now,
Have you fell through the map yet?
Yeah, I fell through the map a couple times. You go for someone's head, and it's like, nope. I hit him, but nothing happened. Nothing registered. So it's a beta. I'll give them that. But I mean, the game comes out in like 3 weeks, and I can't imagine it's going to be much better than this. So
You mean on Xbox and PS3?
Yeah, I have no doubt on the next-gen consoles and PC. It'll be fine, but don't buy it.
It's just to whet your appetite till then.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah.
I don't know.
Spend $60 to wait and spend more $60.
Yeah, it sounds fair.
Well, no, to be fair, you spend $10 more.
Oh, did you get the upgrade?
Yeah, it's an upgrade program.
Oh, okay.
Oh, cool. So if you get it on PS3 and you get a PS4, you can just get it for free? Or for $10 extra?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Well, that's not too bad. Is it bad? I don't know here. I see value
No,
here.
that's value.
I think there's value.
Okay.
I think it's just simply to
I was just waiting for you guys to just wait for me to say it and then just
no.
I got
crush
you,
me.
bitch.
No,
Just that.
I mean, it's $10.
Okay.
I still wouldn't do it.
Okay. Again, I was waiting for it. You're like, but it could have been 5 like this other game, and I was just waiting for it too.
No, I just looks like shit. So what's the point?
Yeah, it's true.
Seems like an awesome way to spend your week, my friend.
Exactly. No, the big thing I've been doing is I took a break from Smallville.
Yeah, all 20 seasons of Smallville.
Oh man, how
Hey,
could you?
it's 10 seasons of Smallville, okay? So I got to the end of season 1 of Smallville and said, okay, before I start season 2, I'm gonna do some other things.
Yeah.
Watch Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
The big anime that
Yeah.
came out this year.
Yeah.
I got through like half of it.
Yeah.
That's progressing pretty moderately.
Yeah.
You know, and then suddenly another anime came out that I really wanted to watch. I was like, okay, I gotta finish Attack on Titan first. So then I rushed through it in like the span of an afternoon.
Okay.
Wow.
Attack on Titan, you guys have probably heard, is a great anime,
It's pretty good.
right?
Sure.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's really good. For me, it is very much like The Walking Dead.
So, well, the premise, Peter, is that what's the premise here?
In a world,
alternate universe, like
medieval times.
the 800s. Giants rule the world, like giant monster people.
Standard, yeah.
Yeah, and mankind builds
These walls.
these walls around a city to keep them out,
Okay.
and
They break it.
the giant titans break through the walls
Right.
and massacre everyone.
Okay.
And so humanity is going extinct.
So, like that.
You know what? It's basically a zombie outbreak, okay?
But giant.
But the zombies are huge.
So there's less zombies.
Less
bigger.
but bigger.
So, like, all the zombies just sort of stack up
Yes.
into one
The
big
Voltron
one.
Yes.
Yeah, Voltron
Yes,
into one.
And you know, there's some special zombies with intelligence so they can do stuff.
Oh, okay,
Right.
cool.
And to combat these zombies, you are basically given all this machinery that turns you into Spider-Man.
Okay.
Okay?
You can like repel from them and stuff.
Yeah, they're basically 2 gas canisters at your hips with cables and
Right.
swords, or as TJ likes to put it, giant X-Acto knives.
They are giant exacto knives.
They are.
And these pin onto buildings and stuff, and you can swing around like Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Actually, the director or the creator must have had some sort of fascination with Spider-Man, because the animation shifts from 2D to like 3D.
Yeah.
You know, like at the end of every Spider-Man film, there's that one shot where you're following him as he's swinging.
Yeah.
That happens all the time. All the time. And you're kind of like, so where's the Spider-Man crossover? What's going on? But no, so for me, this show is very much like The Walking Dead, or at least the way I perceive The Walking Dead, in that there are definitely better shows out there.
Right.
But I think moment to moment, this is probably more exciting to watch.
Okay.
But like The Walking Dead, you know, the plot's a bit bare bones. You step back and you look at an entire season, you think, what's actually happened? Not really anything. You know, they're still kind of here, there. Some episodes seem to just drag, not really do much.
Okay.
And for me, the biggest problem with this show is that everything is so over dramatized.
Even eating.
Yes, even eating. It's like, oh my god, there's an apple! And like, so...
Potatoes.
It's like, oh yeah, that is a
The
thing.
potato
The
scene?
potato thing is a thing, and it's like, what?
Potatoes. Yeah, there's a girl in one of the earlier episodes.
Potatoes, meat, salt, it's all over dramatized. It's like, in the beginning, they show an attack, people die, and it's like, okay, that's whatever. That's legit. Humanity's down, we're depressed, our species is dying. And then, later on in the anime, it's like, oh my god, he was running and he bit his tongue. And it's the same sort of level of intensity. Like, and what I mean by that is, the animation, like, it turns into like those like black harsh lines.
Yeah.
People's eyes and faces get all sullen and like, oh my god, like we're in the depths of despair. And it's like, this dude bit his tongue. What is going on? Why is it so? TJ knows what I'm talking about. And it's like, yeah, like it goes into the slow motion event, and they're like,
So he bit his tongue while eating.
well, talking.
Oh,
Yeah, he was like riding a horse and he was talking.
And he bit his tongue, and that
He bit
was
his tongue.
And it's
that
like,
was a big deal.
yeah, and it was like Kill Bill, blood splatter everywhere because he bit his tongue. He didn't bite it off; he just bit it.
Yeah, and it happens like a couple times during the show.
And that's how everything is with this show. Everything is so over dramatized, and it's like
So exciting.
it takes away from the dark intensity of everything, because you're kind of like, well, whatever. Who cares? Everything is over dramatized, and then they show that they have problems and they're not the best at whatever they do. But there's one character who supersedes the entire series, and they purposely don't use him because if they did, it would break the story. Like at the finale, you're kind of like he kind of half shows his hand at what he can do, and you're like, hold on. He took a whole army to do this one task, and this single guy could have done it for you in like 10 seconds. And they'd never explain it. They're just like, yeah, that was a thing, okay? Let's just forget about it and move on. We lost 100 soldiers, but whatever. Let's keep going. So yeah, Attack on Titan. It's fun to watch, but don't ever think about it too hard.
Yeah.
Because you will probably be like, this is stupid.
Okay.
Although I will say, if I had to cosplay, I would cosplay as one of those soldiers. They look pretty cool.
Like Aaron or something?
No, just a grunt.
All right.
Oh, they also have a dumb salute.
Yeah,
The fist
Yeah,
thing?
the one where I gotta break my wrist.
Yeah, you gotta like break your wrist downwards to do the salute,
Yeah.
and it's like over your heart.
And when they do it, it's so... Obviously, the intensity behind this salute is there, so it's...
Yeah, it's like they just like punch a hole in their chest. Like,
Yeah.
stab themselves.
yeah, like, God, my lord.
Yeah, but there you go, Attack on Titan.
This Levi guy sounds cool.
Levi.
So he's just super strong. That's all. He's just the best. Period. He's like super soldier.
He's like the elite.
He's elite. He's his backstory is kind of like he used to be a criminal.
Yeah.
He's super smart.
Yeah.
He's super strong.
Pretty much the superhero of their world.
Yeah,
And so
he has no weakness.
and so they just didn't use him because he would just win.
Well, they don't ever say why they don't use him, but like, so you're the captain of this squad.
Yeah.
But whenever your squad needs to fight, you run away and you let your squad do the work.
Okay.
And it just makes no sense as to why he's so underutilized. Like, if there was a specific reasoning, cool. But they never say anything about it. It's like when you go to the Justice League and it's like, you have Batman there, but you're not going to use him. Why? Whatever. Just...
He's sitting down.
Yeah.
Like, he got to stand up.
He's got things to do. It's like, what? I don't know.
Batman stuff.
Yeah.
Interesting. So is he only in like one episode or something?
No, he's like in every episode.
But he doesn't fight a lot? Or?
No, he's just running. He's just riding his horse.
Chilling.
Hanging out in trees.
Dirtling. Just doing whatever.
Yeah, Actually, no. You know what he is doing?
What?
He also has this issue of being like this compulsive neat freak.
Okay.
So like he has a cleaning problem, and so when he has the chance, he has to clean everything.
Oh. This is him just...
So like half the anime, he's in this giant mansion cleaning. Like he has like a maid's outfit on and he's cleaning.
He's maid, like woman maid? For French maid?
Yeah, and he has like a handkerchief over his head.
Is it a girl?
No, it's a guy. His name's Levi, like after the jeans.
Yeah. Sounds like anime.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also
I don't
watched
know.
the tongue biting scene just now.
The tongue biting scene?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Oh. Yeah.
Literally, that's what they said. This guy just bit his tongue and it's just slow-mos. Everybody's shocked.
Blood everywhere.
Yeah, it's like, why? I don't get it.
But it's like that with everything. Like, everything. And you're wondering, who signed off and said, okay, I like that.
Japan signed off and said, okay.
Yeah. Also, Mikasa's the best. Whatever.
Yeah, she is the best.
But yeah. There you go.
Yeah, so the show.
Attack on Titan, you guys should watch it.
If you love drama, apparently.
Yeah.
And tongue biting.
Yeah.
Way into that.
There you go.
And cleaning mansions.
I'm way into that.
Anthony, what have you been doing for your week?
So this week I went to Toronto for a yearly festival called Nuit Blanche.
Oh, yeah.
And it is a citywide art festival.
Yeah.
Tons of people, a lot of art. And so I went last year, and so I'll just get this gripe out of the way. I went last year, and there was a big main, couple blocks
Yeah.
where most of the art was. And they shut down the streets, and it was fantastic because there's so many people, right? You could walk on the roads, you could do whatever. It was easy to get from place to place. But this year they didn't shut down the streets.
Oh.
So it was the same amount of people just jammed into sidewalks.
Good.
That's terrible.
Yeah. So it,
that sounds like the worst.
So everywhere you went, it was like you were in a tuna can, just crushed up against people.
That actually sounds like the worst.
It was pretty terrible.
I have to know, was it raining that night?
It drizzled a bit.
Okay.
But yeah, it was
sounds-
so shitty, and like it's
'Cause
Toronto, right? So like,
Yeah.
like 1 second you'll walk past someone who just smells like the most expensive cologne, and the second it's like this guy just like rolled around in shit before he walked past me. Yeah, so it was interesting that portion,
Hey, that's good.
but also just like last year, I don't really feel that I know what art is, cause like fuck man, some of these pieces or pieces air quote
I like how you say "fuck, man."
Fuck, man. Like one of them I'll explain was it was in a park and they strung up pairs of socks by strings. And the piece was that you were supposed to walk through the socks. I don't know. That's it. That was it. There was nothing else. It was just a bunch of socks on clotheslines, and you walk through it, and you're supposed to be like, "All these socks."
Wait, you don't
are
get that?
How do you not get that?
What don't you get about that?
It's meta, man. You're walking through things you walk on.
Oh,
Too obvious.
how did I not know? Fuck. And then like,
Wait, the way you described it, so is it basically just like hanging laundry on a nice summer afternoon?
Is it the dirty socks too?
no, they were all clean socks. I'm pretty sure they were clean at one point, but I'm sure a lot of people's heads walking through these socks eventually made them dirty.
Yeah.
Hot.
But yeah, like that was literally an exhibit, and I was like, what the fuck? Another one was this guy just circled off an area and put 2 bikes in the middle, and the piece is that you ride the bikes in a circle, and that was it.
Were these bikes standing, or are they laid over? Or?
they were laid over when you weren't riding them, and then you rode them around.
Oh, okay. How big was this circle?
It was not big at all. Like it was.
That's the key.
Yeah, no. It was the circle around this table. Like it was.
Oh my god!
It was
That's
so
awesome.
tiny.
That's awesome.
And like you were only allowed to go in one direction. Like you weren't allowed to like. I want to go this way. Then the guy's like, "No, stop! You're ruining the art." It was like,
That's crazy.
it was,
man.
the coolest thing I saw there was a street performer who blew fire. And like that was like he was just
That's
juggling.
not art.
He was
art.
juggling knives. He was
that's not
swallowing fire. He was
Nah,
breathing
nah,
fire.
he was juggling socks.
Oh man, but like, yeah, like so. This is like the kind of the same reason I like to go to our local city's art fair, which is called Art Crawl, because
Wait, why you like going?
a lot of it is garbage, and I like going to make fun of things. I want to see just like what people waste their
Connoisseur.
time on. I go there to like like confirm to myself that I'm spending my time in a wise way. Like I just go and it's like
I can confirm for you that you're not.
no, but
Yeah,
compared
same.
to these people, I am just the most productive person in Canada.
What the hell?
It's just I go there. It's like, oh, you made a hallway of socks. Oh, fantastic! I'm glad that my 20 minutes jerking myself was more productive than what you did with your life.
We need to get you those opera glasses. You can just. I want to see how really shit this is.
look,
That's better.
There's literally microbes of fecal matter on your piece.
I've never understood this.
Yeah, what the fuck is
Because
going on
like
here?
it seems so counterintuitive. You put all this effort and energy into making fun of other people
And you think
for whose benefit?
My benefit.
Like I don't know about
I'm making you guys laugh.
but that sounds just sad.
No, so wait. So the basis of your story is that you go to see other people.
I don't go by myself.
No, well, you go.
But you would.
But you go with other. Okay, you go with friends to see other people who put their time into making these, what they think is good art,
Sometimes
and you just make fun of it.
Yeah, most of the 80% of the time it's pretty garbage.
And your subjective thoughts, you say you basically know that you're better than them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just making sure.
Yeah,
Well,
obviously.
To be fair, the bike guy sounds like the kid who like forgets it's show and tell and just has to go with what's in his pocket.
Yeah,
all the
yeah.
time. Like, oh, yeah, there's paper clips important to me.
Yeah, and like
So what, this guy had 2 bikes and
He
a
had
piece
2
of chalk?
bikes and a bit of chalk.
Yeah.
Or maybe not even chalk, just a stone that actually works.
But you know what? It's never in show and tell. It's never about what you bring. It's how you're presenting it.
yeah.
That's true. Well, he's
And
messed up.
There were some cool pieces though.
Bikes in a circle.
To get back to Toronto, there were some cool pieces. Like there was this guy from Beijing. He created like this really interesting like building almost. It was like 2-story highs of bike frames, and it made it into this like really awesome like these shapes and designs to use like with all the triangles and stuff. And it was really cool to look at.
So how was that not shit?
Because it was interesting. It was like I don't know, like
to you.
Yeah, to me, and like to like everybody else, because it was like the main piece.
Were the circle bikes right next to this?
Those were like 3 blocks to the north.
This is what Canada does.
A lot of bikes, a lot of bike
International.
pieces at Nuit Blanche for some reason. A lot of things involving bikes. A lot of things involving bike wheels. Like, people love bikes this
I
year.
think Peter's got it. Everybody's like, fuck, what do we use? I don't know. Just
We
bikes.
came on these bikes.
Take it apart. It's art.
People just cycle up.
So yeah, and there's like these long-winded explanations near these pieces that are like 3 paragraphs long.
Do you read them?
I do read them, but I couldn't tell you what they were for the life of me because they're all like, it's like they went through with the source and it's like, what's the replacement for this word? This one's the longest. Boom. And they try to make it as pretentious as possible.
I love it. I love it.
But yeah, like, it was a day. It was a thing I did. It was fun.
Vince's disapproving looks are the best.
Toronto Transit sucks.
Yeah,
Getting
man.
home was kind of
Toronto Transit's
garbage.
fine.
No, there was like a problem because we had to get to whatever. Fuck it, I'm not even gonna go through that.
No, go through it. Go
Second
through it.
part-
Go through it. This
That's
is
the
awesome.
most interesting. Yeah, it does because it sounds like it's not Toronto's problem. It sounds like it's your problem.
So I went there on the Go Bus from Hamilton, and we're gonna meet our friend there,
That's not
who's gonna
Toronto
drive us
Transit.
back.
You break it
And
down.
so he parked in like Yorkdale, and we were gonna take the subway back from like downtown Toronto to Yorkdale, but apparently there was a problem near the end on the Yorkdale side, and they shut down that whole subway. So we got off like 2-3 stops before
Mhm.
Yorkdale, and then there was like this mess of buses with no like signs on them telling them where they're going. They all said no service, but people were getting on them, and we're like, where are we? Okay, we have to like spend 20 minutes to figure out what bus we need to be on. And then the part that wasn't Toronto's problem was my friend just had to go pee real bad in the middle of the bus ride, so we had to get off like 4 stops before our actual stop, and then walk like an hour in the rain back to Yorkdale Mall to my friend's car.
What time was by the time you got to his car?
By the time we got to his car, it was about 3:30.
So he was waiting for you this whole time?
No, he was there with us. He took the subway to Toronto, and
Okay.
but yeah, we got home at like 5. I'm just like, fuck.
You should just stay
That's
there all
because
night.
you want to know why? It's because you called art shit.
Because it's karma. It came back at
It's
me.
Artma.
It's Artma. Yeah. So the moral of the story is I don't understand art. I don't get it. The other
I
thing,
don't get it. Therefore,
yeah.
it is shit.
The other thing I did was I attempted to play Grand Theft Auto online.
Yeah.
Rockstar released the online portion of their
Mhm.
game, and
This sounds the attempted part.
yeah, the attempted part is it's still kind of hot trash. Like servers are rarely up, and when they're up, they don't really work.
Isn't it fixed now?
I don't know. Maybe I haven't tried it since
I thought
yesterday.
there was a patch on Friday.
I've played it since Friday, and
Oh.
it's still kind of garbage.
Oh, okay.
So, it's like it's a lot of competitive modes. It's not what I thought it would be, which is like more PvE style.
Yep.
Like players versus AI and like heists and stuff, and like really intricate story stuff like that. It's more just here's a portion of the map, play team deathmatch here, get an upgrade, do something else, level up.
Yep.
You can still do a lot of the stuff in the single player game, like you can still like invest in stocks and do all that crazy stuff to make multiplayer exclusive money. The cool thing I like about the online portion is that your character can have an insured car.
Oh.
Yeah, so like while you're rolling
Guys,
around, yeah,
are you listening to this new game mechanic? Insurance.
That's
it's
amazing.
pretty fucking cool. So it's like it's GTA, right? The game is literally called Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
So if your car gets stolen or destroyed, you can have an insured car, and then you can always have that car to get back. So when you spend all your like hard-earned money like modding out this super sick car, and it gets blown up by some asshole with a rocket launcher, you don't lose it forever. So that's really great. And even though it sounds super minor, it helps a lot because people are such dicks in this game. To be fair, you can pay $100 in-game dollars to play in passive mode, so people can't hurt you and you can't hurt people. But yeah, yeah.
What? Did you just tell me that I have to pay $100 so that assholes can't touch me?
So
and I can't touch
for
assholes?
anti-grief. Yeah, like anti-grief security, pretty much. But
it's just like that freaking pre-order bonus from Sonic. You get 25 extra lives.
Yeah. It's just a money sink. It's like an MMO money sink, pretty much.
So this game sounds awesome.
This sounds
So yeah, and
awesome.
I don't know,
Insurance,
insurance.
paying to not get hurt. Yeah.
Jeez.
But the main fun of this game is just when you get into an instance, meeting up with a group of like-minded assholes and griefing everybody else but you four. So it's like we'll set up roadblocks. Like we'll meet some guy way out in the country, and we'll just all like the one thing I did is we all got in like 18-wheelers, but like just the front cab part, and we just followed this one guy around and we boxed him in this little area. And then we wouldn't let him out because we parked it in such a way where he couldn't jack our cars, but he also couldn't escape the box.
What? You guys are dicks.
Wow.
So even in passive mode, like he couldn't, like he can't hurt us and we can't hurt him.
Yeah.
But like even then, like we forced him to quit, which was pretty great. And then we just repeated that multiple times, and there's a lot of colorful cursing at our group. It's pretty great. The other good one is if you ever enter a race, immediately crash into the person beside you. They love it. It's the best. So like it's the best in plane races because when you crash midair, you just blow up and die. So pro tip, pick the biggest plane you can possibly pick, and just. When everybody gathers towards the first checkpoint, just pretend it's burnout and just go boom and blow up like 5 people.
Wow.
So you're the $100. Why people have $100?
Yeah, I am why people have $100 passive mode. But sometimes, like I said, sometimes it doesn't work because you can get really creative in that game and just ruin people's day. So it's good times.
So who's the bigger troll, me or him?
You're both idiots.
But yeah, so I've been making my own fun in GTA since all the missions and stuff are down.
So is it worth it? Because for a second I was starting to regret not playing it, but you're just.
I don't think you'll do it because like you're not a fan of making your own fun.
Nope.
Yeah. See, like
nope.
I
think
think
fun's for children.
I have people that make my own fun for me. Why do you think I'm wearing this suit? I have people make me hard plastic.
So yeah, like I think this game perfectly complements my playstyle of games like this. Like I don't know, in Minecraft, like I'll be like, "Yo guys, let's totally come into my new house," but I'll just fill the house with a pressure panel where when you step on this panel, the door locks. And then the ceiling like gets destroyed, and then a bunch of lava kills everybody.
All right then.
Yeah.
So you're like the trolls, the trolliest.
Yeah, I like to do it in like really roundabout ways. So it's fun.
Nice.
So when it gets done to you, do you rage or what?
When it gets done to me, it's like, that wasn't even like I saw that coming from a mile away. You just hit me with a sword. Whatever. Amateurs. You didn't put up this Rune Goldberg machine full of traps and triggers and wasted your life.
I didn't make you go 300 times around a friggin' circle with 2 bikes and then blow you up.
Pretty much.
And then drag your bike.
See, that would have been art.
And then
if they just attached like remote bombs to the bikes and it's like if you stop, you die.
Speed?
Speed is art. That's what I'm saying. Like Keanu Reeves, that movie is art.
Keanu Reeves is on one bike, Sandra Bullock's on another. Don't stop! I know!
Don't stop! We can't go under 3 kilometers.
What the fuck, man?
So yeah, it's been our week.
Yeah, your
week sounds
making fun of art. And
sounded productive.
Like it said. Like it sounds like you made a lot of your own fun.
I did make a lot of my own fun.
Child,
good times. I'm gonna buy a box of Legos next week. Or report back.
Just remember, it's Lego.
So did you bounce your ideas about what artists with your friends who you went with? Did they mirror your sentimentality?
And they all totally didn't understand. And they were actually a lot meaner than I was.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Yeah,
Jeez.
I
so
wonder why you still go.
Yeah.
Yeah, why do you all go to this thing? You all
I think it's
always
just-
come back with complaints
I think it's
about
just
how
an,
it was
I think
a
it's just an
pointless
ego
waste
trip.
of time.
I think it's just to reassure ourselves that we're better people than they are.
Well, that's one reason, I guess.
Peter's dying.
That's amazing.
And it's like I
Hey, we didn't
understand.
even know this side of the
Like
story.
I understand I'm
This is
contradicting.
almost
yeah.
art to me.
Yeah. Come see this one man show of me making fun of everything else.
Just your trip there, the trials of getting back, the fact that, like, the guy who did the bikes was probably like, oh, tucked up in bed, and you're coming back on the bus and the late train,
Yeah.
getting back at 5.
Meanwhile, I made money off of this, and
guy.
you're walking back.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's fantastic.
Yeah, that's been my week. It's been good times.
Peter, have you been indulging in art?
In art, a little bit.
This
I
week
mean,
you've been indulging in art?
I have been indulging
Oh,
in
really?
art a
Tell
little
us
bit.
about it.
I have been trying to get myself motivated to get back into making more things, doing more stuff like that with spare time, drawing, painting.
Oh, Lego.
No cycles, no bicycles in circles. But I see where I'm going wrong now. I should have just gone straight to that.
Go straight to bikes.
Straight to bikes and circles. Screw the rest of it. Yeah, just getting slowly back into it. Sort of making things, trying to get some ideas for some stuff to make games, so on, apps and things like that. So
Oh, right. A little bit of background on
pretty
that.
much it.
That's what you do as a spare hobby?
As a hobby, just when I got sort of bored of not being creative at all,
Not doing things.
not doing things, not making my own fun.
See? God.
So I thought I'd give it a go and found a simple program to use and gave it a shot. And first ones have been very, very basic because I realized, I mean, looking back, it's only been, I've done it for like a year and a bit or something like that. But seeing how, from what I wanted to do to where it went, just by me sort of thinking, oh, I can't do that, that's too hard, I won't do that, I'll try this, I'll do that. But now it's quite cool to look back and be like, okay, well, I know what I want to do. That'll, like, doesn't matter if it's sort of fits in with what's popular and what's not, but
Yes.
just go with it. So hopefully I'll be able to get something done soon and get that sorted out and then show it off in Toronto and get trashed.
Yeah, so you say like you make good use of your time. So you 20 minutes, he made a game, you were jerking it.
Yeah.
I didn't make a game, I just sat there going, what should I do? And then wrote a couple of lines of code.
See, at least I
But
finished what I
it's
was
far from
doing.
a game.
God.
At least you finished.
Yeah, at
At
least
least I
you
finished.
You know what? Yeah. Applaud. Pat yourself on the back. Go ahead.
So what's your next project?
Next one, I don't know, it's going to be more, like the
Correct
first
the
ones are more like old-fashioned,
Game
like
and Watch.
LCD, Game & Watch style things, but now I want to do just something that's a simple story, but is a bit more involved. Like, because I got really into those ones that sort of make you think, like, I can't remember what they've got a name for it, but it's like the morality ones. Like, you've got your, like, two people, you're at a railway line and there's a signal and you're in control of the signal. So the train's coming, you got to decide if it's going to go and hit this person or that person. So they start off sort of just one person on the line, switch this thing, save that person's life. Then you get one person on each line. So you're like, well, which one do you save? But then you get three people on one line and a relative of yours on the other line. And it just builds from that. So it gets harder and...
You are dark.
Well, no, I didn't make that.
But
that.
that's what you want to make. Something along the lines of
Along
that.
the line, just something where there's a bit of development more than... Because I realized that is way easier to make than something. Because it's like, forget trying to make anything that's sort of fast-paced, like action-y thing like that. When you're on your own and you're just doing it yourself, you can make a lot more use of your time if you are...
Wow.
Like me, with no background in this at all. If you just work on making it visually better and like sort of a bit more involved and a bit more like a story type thing, then I think that'll be fun. But we'll see. Talk to me next week. I'll probably have another idea because that's the problem. You start with one thing and then you're just like, bored of this. Got another idea.
Go
Can't be
I'm
bothered
tired of
finishing
trains.
this.
I'm moving
Yeah,
on to trucks.
exactly. Just keep it that way. Yeah, just have four 18-wheelers chasing people around. Like, develop that idea. Just the whole game on its own. Just you and three friends.
That's great.
And you're gonna you released a couple already on like iTunes, right?
I did.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you have like a billion hits? Are you like CEO of Sega?
Of course. No. No, they're
Sega?
lost. Yeah, why Sega?
I don't know.
Sega's American.
Is it?
Yes.
She's British.
British or not British?
Sega's secretly American and British.
Is it?
Well, I know it's really American. But
Oh, okay.
I don't know
Yeah.
British.
But no, I mean they're way down. They're lost in somewhere floating around in iTunes, being picked up occasionally for
Really?
free. Yeah.
Oh,
Like-
for free.
Oh, very occasionally. Would anyone pay 99 cents for? Jeez, it's embarrassing.
I go to the dollar store. Buy
Yeah,
chocolate bar.
exactly.
It's amazing
Buy
how
two.
much the value of 99 cents has changed ever
Yeah.
since
Oh,
the iOS
Yeah,
store
yeah.
opened up.
It's crazy. I mean, I think about that when you think about like if you put so much effort into like one picture in a game, and you think if I did this on like a slightly bigger scale and like said, "Oh, does anyone want to buy this picture?" You could get people who'd be like, "Yeah, that's fine." If you said 99 cents, they'd be like, "Yeah, obviously, why 99 cents? That's so cheap." But because of games like, well, basically it changed twice. Like once when the 99s came out and people were producing like quite high level games from studios
Yep.
for 99, and then again when it was free, but to get further in the game you had to pay in the in-app purchases. That's when it all went a bit weird.
Yeah.
When you'd be like, I've got a free game. Oh, but I've spent $100 in the last week. How did this
Yeah.
happen?
Oh, that sounds
The mobile
depressing.
market's fucked up.
It is fun. But no, I mean, that's not the point. I mean, the point of making them is, if you're making them to make money, then you miss the point.
You're doing it wrong. Is what
You're
saying?
doing it wrong. I mean, if you're making them because it's fun and it's like it's just exciting to have something that you've done in
That's true.
that forum, then that's what it's for. Like, to do it on your own to make money, no. To get into a company and like do it, that's fine. Yeah, that's no problem. But to do it on your own, it's just you got to do it for fun. If people like it, then that's a bonus. But
Got to do it because you love the art.
exactly, love the art.
Great.
Socks on strings.
Great.
New iOS game.
Yeah,
Socks on strings. You swipe and swing the
It's like
socks.
Fruit Ninja. You just got to cut them all down.
Hit the cotton ones. Don't hit the polyester
Yeah.
ones.
Wow. So, any non-art activities you've been partaking in?
No, that's about it. It's been quiet. Very quiet.
It's
We
just-
went to a wedding. And
Adults.
Jitch Mammered? What?
What?
Was Jitch Mammered? Was it open bar? You get white girl
It
wasted?
was. I didn't get white girl wasted. How did I get
White girl
British
wasted.
people don't get white girl wasted.
No.
You
God.
dubs.
No. It was good. Yeah, it was really nice.
Yeah.
It was very nice just up in Guelph, so that was fun. But apart from that, yeah, it's been quiet week.
What, your week's been quite weak?
Quiet week.
Oh,
And quite weak. Both of those work to describe it.
So, work, sleep,
Work, sleep,
art.
art.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's with all the artsy kids here?
You kids in your art.
Obviously, just don't understand me.
What's funny is that
Yeah.
one makes art and one
Yeah.
trashes art.
It's like the polar
Listen.
opposite.
It's a Venn diagram. Nothing is in common except the
This-
word art.
Yeah.
Art is
It's
in the
just
middle.
crossed over.
Yeah.
I don't need to know what I'm doing to be a critic.
So brutal, honest.
All right, Blaven, now round up the show for us. What have you
Thanks,
been doing?
bro? So for my week, I attended a Magic Pro Tour qualifier.
Is that art?
Yeah, let's go with that. For Pro Tour Born of the Gods, that's gonna be 2014. And did you write MTG PTQ FT Dubs?
Yeah.
So Magic the Gathering Pro Tour qualifier for the win. That's hilarious. Good stuff, Vince.
Mm.
So this event is if you place top, you get invited to the professional tour for the next set. which is Born of the Gods, and it's going to be in Valencia, Spain, 2014. This was the largest Pro Tour qualifier in North America, apparently. 394 participants in all.
Wow.
So the format of this event is sealed deck format. So you get 15 card booster packs, and you build a deck with a minimum of 40 cards, and you battle in 9 rounds of Swiss play.
Swiss play?
Swiss meaning that you have you don't get knocked out. You can play all the 9 of your rounds.
Oh, okay.
And the ones with the best record will be paired with the corresponding people with their record, so on and so forth. So the 1-0s will be facing 1-0s next round. You know, the 2-0s will be facing 2-0s next round, so on and so forth until they get to the top 8. And when you get to top 8, it's a draft format, and then top 4, and then whatever. So whoever wins the invitation. So I think this is one of 3 in Canada. The next one going to be November 3rd in Montreal and November something else in Toronto. So there's 2 more coming up. I'm planning to win those ones as well because I
You won this one, right?
Because I want to take it straight to the losers bracket. So I'll tell you guys what happened in my round. So round 1. Well, first of all, this is actually competitive REL, rules enforced. I forget what it's called. Rules enforced something.
Again, the acronyms, man.
I know, what the hell, right? So basically what happens in this is that when you open your 6 packs, you get a sheet of paper with every card in the set listed. You write down how many of each card you have in your pool in the sheet of paper. So say I have 4 of this card, you write down number 4 in the total column, right? So you write down every card that's in this pool. Then what happens is that you pass it to the person in front of you, and the person in front of you will verify the contents of the whole pack to make sure that you didn't make a mistake. I found a mistake on the guy who was in front of me. And I was like, yeah, just DQ this bitch. No, you didn't get DQ'd. You just had to change it. But yeah, no, it's pretty funny. And then after that, the sealed pool that you now have, you passed. Well, in this one, it's randomized. So, but in this instant, you pass it twice to your left. So the pool that you open up is not really yours. It's going to be passed to somebody else.
So if you pull really good, then you're like, no.
Yes. So the guy in front of me, his pool was passed to a friend of mine 2 left down from me. He made it to top 8. No, he didn't go top 8. He went 8-1. His pool's sick. So that's the other thing about this format. Sealed deck, because it's all random, you can just get the poops. I got the poops. Like, my card evaluation skills are not bad, and everybody who I was around with, they're good players. When they saw my pool, they're like, yeah, this pool looks like about a 4-5 pool. I'm like, 4-5? What's going on here? 4-5, that means I lose more than I win. Like, yeah. Like, shit.
And what'd you end up going?
4-5. And then my one friend, yeah, this is like a 7-2 pool. You went 7-2. So these guys know what they're talking about. And I was like, no way, man. My pool's sick.
9-0.
It was not sick. My pool was the poops. It was the worst. Because if you think about it, you get 1 rare every pack. You get a maximum of 6 rares. So you get a maximum of 6 rares. If you're super lucky, you get a foil rare. That's not likely. Some people can just open, hi, I'll get a awesome rare in white, another awesome rare in white, another awesome rare in white, another awesome rare in white, and maybe an awesome rare in white. Oh, and because you're also playing red, we'll give you the red-white rare. And that happens! More often than you think. Because there are 394 people, you're bound to run into somebody who just grew the nuts. Literally, I play a card, and they play a card, and you're like, wow, that card that you just played on this same turn is the better version of my card in every possible permutation. Good for you. And this happened every turn. So my game plan of my deck, it was red and blue, was so sad that my game plan revolved around, I hope you have a creature that can kill yourself in 1 hit, and I steal it for 1 turn and kill you with it. That happened 4 times. If they played a bunch of small creatures, I'm fucked. But if they did, I'm gonna Voltron this bitch up to make him so big you can't deal with him. Like, sick. Are you sure you don't want to play another one just to make it a little bit stronger? Yeah! Steal it, and I go, bop, and I hit the guy. I was like, fuck, I killed myself. I know. It's so good, right? But the highlight of the day, the best part of this day, it's round 4. Blaven sits down, play a match against this opponent of mine, very nice guy, beat him round 1. Round 2, and I'm maneuvering around, goes to the last couple of turns, it's down to these last few turns, right? I play a card which basically makes his board nullified until his next turn, so that I nullified his board the next turn so that he can't do anything, and then on my turn, I would win.
Yeah.
What Blaven did was he was thinking way too long about this, and I thought that time passed by way longer than it did. I did the move I did, then I mulled it over a little bit, and I'm like, okay, I should be good. I brain farted, and then I looked at his board again. I'm like, oh wait, but you can kill me next turn, and I'm like, oh, I scoop. What happened was he had 11 damage on the board. I had 11 life. If he hit me, I would have been dead, right? But he was at 3 life. I hit him, whatever. I don't give a shit. He's dead, right? Mm-hmm. Next turn, all I had to do was just get to my turn and I win, right? And I froze one of his guys so that in total, the only amount of damage he could do to me was 3. I forgot I froze his guy, and I looked back at the board and saw 11 again. I'm like, wow, nothing changed. I still lose. And then I scooped up my cards, and I'm like, wait. I'm a not bad player. Why did I leave myself that open? I'm like, oh shit! It's because I froze your guy and I forgot.
What did he say?
He laughed and scooped up his cards too and shuffled for the next.
So thanks, guy.
Fuck. But I ended up beating him anyway.
Oh.
Because I think that if I lost that one, I would have cried. Because that was the stupidest mistake I could have ever done.
Still a rookie.
Yeah. Apparently still a rookie. So yeah, no, it was disastrous. This is the worst. I ended up playing all 9 rounds because there's a 5-point multiplier. So basically when you play Magic competitive events, you get Planeswalker points. And if you collect enough, in the next major event that you attend, you can trade in those points for buys. So I think it's like 750. And here, there were 5 times multiplier. So for every loss, you at least get 5 points. And I think every win, you get 15. So I think in the end, I end up with 80 plus points or something like that.
But you need 750 for a buy?
Yeah, for a buy. A buy or 2. No, 2 buys, I think, or something like that. So hopefully in the next few events that I attend, I'll be getting more points. And if I win a lot. And obviously, if you win the whole event, you get a shit ton of points that you don't know what to do with. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. Another thing I finally got to see was top table drafting. And this was amazing because there's a judge next to all these people. You're not allowed to look to the person to your left or your right in this round table. You open up the pack. You make sure there's 15 cards in the pack. You're only allowed to pick up your pack and look at it when the judge tells you to do so. You have a time limit on every pick you make, and which slowly decreases. So it starts from 45 seconds to 42 seconds or something. Keeps going down for each pick, which is terrible because even when you have 5 cards left, that's a hard decision, and they give you 5 seconds. Oof. So you got to get there. Yeah. So, and then at the end, it's just you're not allowed to talk to anyone while you're building your deck or anything. You have to be in solitude. Like, not in solitude, but you can't talk to anyone. You can't discuss with your friends. Silence. Yeah, you have to actually do it on your own. So you can't bounce ideas off someone or whatever, right? And also, every time you pass to your left or right, you have to, again, when you pass it, you have to count all the cards to make sure that the person to your left or right is getting the exact amount of cards that they should be getting. So it's pretty crazy. It was the first time I saw a competitive event like that. So yeah, no. Overall, though, it was a lot of fun because when I rocked up there, I saw people who I knew from Toronto play Magic, from Mississauga play Magic, from Waterloo who play Magic. Everyone was there, and we all like, oh, Blaven, and we all like hung out together, and we all talked about. And then the best parts are the bad beat stories. When in between rounds, like, what happened, man? It's like, I lost. It's like, what happened? They're like, well, this fucking guy fucking drew the nuts on me, fucking shit on my deck. And it's like, whoa. It's like, geez, calm down. It's like stuff like that, you know, like all the stories that people tell, this one of our friends got the best deck any of us could possibly find. He just 0-2, and then he dropped from the tournament. Like sometimes just things just don't go your way. Yeah, and it's like, oh,
Such is life.
such is life, right? And there were some vendors. There was also a Warhammer tournament going on at the time. Man, that shit's insane.
Those miniatures?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They spend a lot of money and they paint it and all that time. And even when you play the game, like, I mean, when you look at a Magic player, their arsenal is dice and some paper and pen, right, in their deck. But them, they don't have armies. No, not that, dude. When they're walking around, they have tape measures on their belts. Yeah. And they have, like, these circular...
Like carrying cases?
No. Yeah, they have carrying cases, too. They have these big briefcases. I saw one ghetto guy put it in his shoebox. But no, they had these circular clear plastic pieces that show like, oh, the point of impact is here and everyone around this circle is damaged.
Oh, like a radius and a compass.
Yeah, radius and compass. It's pretty sick. And I'm like, man, the patience you must have to play.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, it sounds pretty cool, but like they say, the game goes on for like 2 hours. Yeah. These guys aren't taking their turn slow either.
Yeah, they're speeding.
They know what they're doing because they study their army. Each army has a book. They know what their armies do.
I've always wanted to get into that, but
me too.
There's just too much investment involved.
Yeah, my friend said he used to play the original Warhammer, which is elves and orcs and stuff, and it was hundreds of dollars. And you played too, right, Peter?
Yeah, we were talking about it before.
Yeah,
like,
so
I had the sets because I was way more into the painting of them and like sort of collecting them like that. But then to come to play, you'd be like 20 minutes in, you'd be like, "Jeez, this is hard work. This is too much."
I've heard just financial horror stories. Like my one friend online, like he was way deep into it. Like
deep.
He was at Games Workshop. He was known by first name last name kind of guy.
Yeah,
like a regular. Mm-hmm. And like one day he was like, "Yo, how come you're not playing this game?" Because there's like a monthly fee. He's like, "Yeah, I'm kind of broke." I'm like, "Why?" He's like, "Warhammer." Yeah. Like he just spent all of his money trying to get all these rare orc figures and stuff, and like the correct paint. And, yeah.
So do you like buy boosters and stuff? Is that what's going on here?
No, it's like you buy individual figures.
Okay, so if you get the rare ones, whatever, right? You're guaranteed to get
them. But like some of them are like they're like hundreds of dollars. They're like big elephants with giant shit on.
That's the other thing too, guys. Can you? When I build a Magic deck, I'm like, oh fuck, I don't like this card. Throw it out, get a new one, right? Can you imagine this? It's like I play with this massive unit. I paint it for hours. I go, fuck this shit. Yeah. The fuck do I do with this thing now? It's just durdling around in my field.
It's like you buying a Magic card for like $20, and then you have to draw the art on it yourself. Like, color it in, and then, I've gone over the line.
Now it's not valid in tournament. No.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it's like. You buy that huge like a big tank or big like sort of dragon, and then you've got to paint it because right now it's just plastic. And it's like, oh man, there's a lot of work.
Yeah, but then again, but when you use it in utility, it's like, this guy's stats aren't even that good. Why did I think this was good? And you can't proxy it like, this shoebox is my tank. let's play with. I think this shoebox is the size of that tank. Can we play? This piece of noodle, this pasta piece, will be a minion troop that I need. Can we play like that, please? You can't proxy it.
But that's the genius of Games Workshop, because you could do that.
What?
Well, in your you could just have the rule book. You don't need their models to play it.
Yeah.
But the genius is that they've made models so appealing and stuff that people will go and buy them. Yeah. Like you just need the rules, and that's all, and a bit of imagination, and you're away. Yeah. But like, it wouldn't look the same with some noodles and shoeboxes.
The cool thing too is that they paint these to their own colors. Yeah. It's pretty cool. People have different. People pick ugly colors. And some people, when I looked at their paint job really closely, it's like, this guy looked like he just jumped in a vat of paint and took like a brush and was like, yeah, I'm a Marine. Yeah. So he's like, told the child, here's a white brush, paint me. It's like, and you see the Marine going, yeah, buddy. And like, I watched them play and it's so interesting because every time it just looks like their dudes are just like they're so far from each other, but then they like do a drop pod right behind them. Like, how are you gonna win? Like, these guys are behind you. It goes, okay, I use this attack and wipe out your field. It's like, oh shit. Just like, whoa. So what's the power level on these things?
Yeah, in Warhammer, when like you lose your men, you just take them off the field.
Yeah.
So is there a format where like you just crush them?
Can you imagine?
That That would be
Like,
amazing.
you just pick him up and be like, sorry, bud. Crush.
High stakes.
High stakes in Warhammer.
Yo, I play for keeps.
Yeah, that's in a secret room off to the side.
Yeah.
In that
Fucking black
convention
market
center.
Warhammer.
Because I would play that.
Can you imagine just some guy's whole army is just built of other people's armies? The things he's killed.
I want that kind of stuff to be in like the shady mahjong parlors. Like everyone's just smoking and in suits, looking important, playing Warhammer. And then when they lose, they just shoot the piece.
Oh yeah, actually, they do that in Magic. They have this thing called the Anti-League. So you get 6 random booster packs from different sets, and you build like a terrible deck. And if every time you play, you ante up 3 cards, and then you play and you lose, you have to give the card to other people. But before you give it to the person, you can graffiti your card. A lot of dicks. And some people even like
I could imagine.
put sticky shit on the card so that when you draw it, like fuck, it's like drew 2 cards. Ass.
Just put gum on it.
Yeah, it's like some cards is like this hot girl and then they put a dick in her mouth. And you play, it's like shit. That's the girl with a dick in her mouth.
3 mana.
Yeah, no, Vince, that sounds hilarious. Just imagine, just like.
Yeah. But, like, it would have to be restricted only to the top-level players, so you know the work is in there.
And the money commitment.
Yeah.
is there.
Man, it's like deathmatch.
Yeah.
So,
That would be
so basically, he's like, this unit can sacrifice itself and win the game, but I lose the unit.
Yeah. Because, you know, people have sentimental value, and it's like, hey, I'm going to crush that. So.
Yeah.
My mom painted that one, and she's dead.
So yeah, it was cool though. I saw like Marines, there were demons.
Yeah, but
There were-
Warhammer's really expanded into, like, everything.
Yeah,
There's like a necromancer.
It's the
Yeah.
4,000 one that I saw, the space ones.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
the space ones are really popular.
40K?
Yeah,
40K. There was like little alien looking dudes,
Yeah.
and then bug looking guys,
Mm-hmm.
the Marines. And
They have their Zerg equivalent.
yeah, and they had the Protoss type stuff where it's futuristic, like Predator type guys.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it looked pretty cool.
The Warhammer lore universe is
Yeah, but
bananas.
what's crazy too is that each army has their own book and they have a point count. So you have a 2,000 point army, and certain guys cost certain points.
Yeah.
It's like one guy's cost like 3 points, one small guy, and a big guy costs 200 on himself.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool. I like it.
Did you actually get to watch? Like,
Yeah, no, I watched some of them play, and the guy was really nice enough to explain to me how it's gonna go. Stuff. He's like, oh yeah, I have to go here. I have to hold this point, but only with these kind of units or whatever. So this guy's, I'm gonna attack him, but he's not in my line of sight, so I can't. But I can volley and attack over top and stuff. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. Sick. But yeah, again, it's all slave to the dice roll.
I
oh,
got this perfect strategy. Snake eyes. Fuck.
Oh, wow. Sounds like fun.
Yeah, man, it's pretty cool because these guys, they don't rock up like Magic players do with just their deck. These guys rock up with backpack, briefcase. They put down the briefcase, open it, shit pops out. Their main
Smoke
dudes,
comes out of the.
their main dudes in the middle, and then the little troops are on the side.
it's like a light show.
It's yeah,
Rock music starts
Pretty
playing.
crazy.
Def Leppard starts playing.
the best thing that I found was that instead of making a helipad, they just used like a those Chinese takeout containers. They've spray painted it matte black, and then that was their helipad because it sinks in a little bit, right?
That's
That
funny.
was like their sunken in helipad.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Wow.
It sounds that's cool. It's like how I want to play D&D.
Yeah.
Just make elaborate setups for D&D.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I definitely recommend it. And if you ever have a chance to go to a PTQ, you should.
How much was the entrance fee?
$40.
Oh.
But top 72, up to 72 people get prizes.
Okay.
Were you top 72?
I was 140 out of 300.
So close.
394.
Oh. All right.
I'm glad I got higher than half. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, you never really know who's good at these events because they could just rock up and just be friends of friends, you know?
Mhm.
And apparently, one of the best players who was already on the pro tour
Yeah.
here in Canada, he scrubbed out second round. Just couldn't do it. His pool was shit or just it wasn't going his way, so he had no chance of getting in the top 8.
That sucks.
Yeah, and apparently, according to everyone, the guy who won was a scrub. So, hey, things happen, right? So,
Good for him.
yeah.
Look at the draw.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was your week?
That was my weeks.
Cool. I think that's also the end of the show.
Yes.
Before we go, is there anything you'd like to plug, Peter? Anything?
Fire thing.
Do you have Twitter? Do you have Facebook?
Yeah, no.
Do you have
no.
a
I need to
storefront?
get it all sorted out. So nothing to plug.
No,
Nothing to plug right now, but
You want a shot at fame? You're gonna let us
Soon.
slide?
Yeah, for all
it's
30
gonna
minutes.
have to be for now. But no, that's the thing. That's what I need to work on. Get that all sorted out. Get that fixed up, and then
Yeah.
let you know.
You should come up with a cool British name, like
Mm.
British Peter.
That
Add-
would be
add British
amazing.
Wow.
I've been
Wow.
racking my brains for weeks.
Wow.
Why didn't I think of
I
that?
thought you were gonna say like spell it with an H, like Petah. Pita.
Pita. Double A, like the guy from Catching Fire.
Oh,
there you go.
Peter Malark.
there you go. Okay, well, thanks for joining us on this week's
No,
episode.
thank you.
Yeah.
As for ourselves, you can always write into us at tnib.letters@gmail.com. And remember that today, October 7th, is the 25th anniversary of Gunbuster.
Oh.
So just pay respects to one of the greatest animes out there.
Nice.
for
Before we
my-
go,
yeah,
can
go
we,
ahead.
Can we do the sign off in like British accent?
I'm not gonna do it.
Come on, you guys can do it.
I have to recall my British.
Come on.
I have to envision who I'd want
I
to
only
be.
know how to say water in British.
I don't know. You can say that just for some reason.
Well, what's our sign off?
We don't have the sign off that you always do.
We don't even have a sign off.
Okay, well, we'll say goodbye to the guys in British.
Go ahead.
So thanks for listening, for everyone. You know, it's a good time.
Yeah.
Had a great time here with Peter, and
Uh-huh.
can't believe that he came here all the way from Britain and stuff. You know.
He drove his lorry.
Yeah. Oh,
My Hugh Laurie all the way.
he wrote your lorry.
Oh.
Oh, so what do you like to drink, Anthony?
I'm not doing it! It's different when someone's actually here
No,
from the place I'm making fun of.
becomes real.
Yeah, it becomes real.
Becomes real.
The threat of me being beat up becomes real.
Water.
Water. Need some water.
Okay, who had the best British accent?
That wasn't bad. I keep telling you, yours is awful.
Oh, shut up!
His is awful, isn't
It
it?
goes British, Australian,
It's
Just-
bloody atrocious.
something
It's
strange.
terrible. Not that I could do any better, but still.
it's the enthusiasm you put into it. That
Because he has the passion.
Carries it
He has
too,
the
yeah.
drive.
He's trying so hard.
Get me a drive.
Yeah. You need a drive? Alright.
So racism aside, this happens on the daily at work, right?
Oh yeah. So many calls to HR.
How are you not fired?
So many what?
Calls to HR. I'm being abused again. Making fun of my accent.
Yes.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. Blaven's a secret Englishman,
Yeah,
aren't you?
yeah. In the British quiz, you should have
It's a
put me
big
in there.
secret. Yeah.
He's a
That
secret.
would've been
You're a secret in
amazing.
every culture.
Bam, British citizen, bro.
Wow. Alright. Thanks for
Alright.
listening.
Thanks for listening.
See you next week.
See ya.